All right, guys. So I did 2 lives on the stuff that happened at the Trump rally in Butler, and kind of was looking to get some information that I may not have known, verify that on the 2 lives. I think they were pretty successful lives. We had a lot of viewers in. I also wanted to get the opinions of people on the right, as I'm not right-wing, and I'm trying to understand their thinking. Even though that is a futile attempt, I understand. I understand that there's no logic there. But to be able to hear some of the things they're saying outside of comments where they're directly engaging is important. Now, a couple people try to troll. I expected that. I'm used to that. I've done, like I said before, I've done Twitch streams, so there's nothing new. But I think I figured out everything I needed to know there for myself. And really, it was a journey of discovery and trying to understand a few things. And I know that a lot of people on the right, like, what's the point? There's nothing there. There's still a little bit of something to glean from that. But with that aside, here is my take on the entirety of the event and what happened and everything. And this is going to be my somewhat finalized opinion unless more information comes to light, because the news day today is very slow. This video is being filmed on the 15th of July, 2024. So, there was no conspiracy. There was no staging of an event. It was actually somebody who, for whatever reason, and a reason we don't know yet and may never know, decided to take matters into their own hands, and Trump was the target. That's what they did. The person that did this was a registered Republican. That there's no debate about that. He was a registered Republican. Yes, he did appear so far. He donated to a Democratic PAC in 2021, years ago. So that's not even relevant at this point. The result of all of this is that, what happened. That's it. He was a registered Republican, to reiterate that again, and this all could have been prevented. It could have. But it is the result of Republicans and the Republican base and all the voters and all you right-wing people, MAGA included, you extremist people, who keep voting against your best interests. It came full circle. You got what you got. I don't condone the violence. It shouldn't have happened. And we on the left have been trying to prevent things like this from happening. But you guys want to be that Wild West good guy with a pew-pew. And look at that. There was nobody there. And sure, the next rally takes place. You guys are probably going to be in the outer perimeter and the soft perimeter. But that's the thing. You guys aren't trained or prepped for that. Maybe some of you were ex-military, but a lot of you were not prepped for that. Secret Service was prepped for that, and they got apathetic. So yeah, the next event you guys go to is going to be cranked to 100. But anyway, back to what happened at the Butler rally. Then you guys want to incite violence yourselves by saying 1 inch from civil war. You guys just want that. You've been conditioned to want violence. That's what you want. You don't care who did anything. You will ignore the facts on everything. You guys just want violence. You have it in your mind. It had been told for so long by the puppeteers that have their hands so far up your ass, that they can wiggle your eyeballs for you, that you guys you're going to be victorious. You're taking this country back. You're not taking it anywhere. It's been taken from you. If you're going to fight anybody, you're fighting the wrong people. You need to be going after the people that are holding things from you, like the Elon Musks of the world. And when I say going after them, I mean legally in a fair process. And if that legal process isn't working, you need to push on the legal process to make it right. You need to fix the system that you helped break so that it is balanced and just, so these people are getting what they deserve legally. Not this fringe, go on a roof and do something stupid. It doesn't solve anything. I did lives where I had to explain that to people. It doesn't matter which side you dislike. Taking out the leader violently doesn't fix anything. It doesn't solve the problem. There's just going to be another one in place. And there'll keep being bad guys in place that you don't like on either side, for any of us, until the process is fixed. The left has been trying to do it legally. We have been trying to make changes to law to make it harder for the rich to come into power and disadvantage us. People on the right, on the other hand, keep making, protests and keep doing things against their best interest. It really is hilarious to watch you guys do this. You guys are against healthcare that would save your lives. You're against equal access to mental health care, which we all need. You guys are against equal pay. You guys are against equal pay for yourselves. Not just women. I mean, just men to men. You guys complain about immigrants, but at the same time, you don't actually go after the laws that actually make a difference. You go after the ones that have nothing to do with immigration. You also ignore every statistic and every fact. But I'm not going to go much further into these talking points because it's already known. It's already there. Now, a lot of people on the right have been upset because a lot of the Democrats are hurting your feelings because they're posting these jokes and they're posting these celebratory things, and you're white. Most of you are white who are complaining about what happened to Donald Trump. You haven't been oppressed nearly as bad as LGBTQ plus or any other marginalized group. You're not. Nothing's happened to you guys. That day was the worst thing to happen to you guys. That's it. Like, it's like when people were crying about losing slaves because they had to start finding actual labor to work their land. Like, it's not that big a deal. You really didn't lose. But maybe in light of this, this is a wake-up call for people on the left to really push harder to get things done, to get policies changed. And I've been saying that in my videos for a bit, that I feel the left is not doing enough. But going back to the whole thing about people making jokes, it is all they have left, because they've been oppressed for so long, having to deal with oppressive Republican policies, women losing their rights, people of color being killed in the street for doing nothing better than just walking. And you guys think it's funny. You think it's a joke. And other people on this platform have said that if it had been Donald Trump had been witnessing an event that happened to Biden, he'd be making a joke about the shooter. He'd be making a joke about the attempt. That is you guys. That is your personality. That is your cult. That is what you've led into. If you don't like it, self-reflect and find out what you can do to make it better. Because you guys can make your party better. You guys can do things better. But you've been brainwashed not to, or chose not to. Combination of both, really. But this is where we're at. The political tensions have always been high. You guys just keep pushing it over the edge. And as other content creators have said on this that are left-leaning, you guys aren't the only ones that are armed. You guys aren't the only people who've served in the military. You guys aren't the only people with security backgrounds and fighting backgrounds and all this. You guys just think that everybody on the left is inept. We're not. We've been following the rule of law. We've been trying to do things by the book. But if you guys decide to make everything unhinged and tear the system apart, and we're forced to try to have to preserve democracy by defending it, like our soldiers who took the oath, all threats, foreign and domestic, you'd be the domestic threat they're going to have to take care of. That's the thing. There are plenty of us who are just trying to do things in the procedural way because that's what we've been told is the correct way. You wackadoos are deciding to try to do things in a violent way. It will not end well. This isn't the first time a group of people has decided they're just going to do what they want when it's wrong. And it will probably not be the last, but I think that we're going to get better about how we handle these things. But yeah, the next event, and we've already, you guys, your group, the people that you support, whether you believe it or not, if you were right-wing, you were supporting Heritage Foundation Project 2025. I don't care if you've never paid them a dime. Every leader that you guys have elected has somehow been involved with them, one way or the other. So you're supporting that by supporting those people. And you just don't realize it, don't see it, or don't care. But that's fine, because the leader of the group that you're supporting has outright called for another event to take place. That guy wants something to break out. And the thing is, he's not going to be involved. He's going to use you guys like pawns. Going to use you like pawns, and you'll fall right into it, man. You'll eat out of his hands because you guys have no thought of your own. You don't know what to do. You don't. I can see your guys' comments. It's the same words, all from different people. You guys don't even have an individual thought amongst you. All you have is talking points that have been fed to you. You don't have anything to put out. So anyway, that's my take on the situation, and that's kind of where it's going to be at now. I'm not going to probably do any more lives on it unless something really miraculous comes out of the news, and I'll do some videos here and there on it, but it really is ridiculous and sad where we're at. I'm going to be watching parts of the rallies that take place to see what that looks like, how it's changed, to look for any other events that take place. I am really concerned about our political process at this point and what's going to happen, for Biden and Trump. I don't like Trump, but I don't want this kind of violence to take place, so I'm concerned that somebody may do something stupid and be more successful at doing something stupid. But all you guys running out with this 1 inch to civil war, you guys don't want that. You don't. You're not ready for that. You think you are, but you're not. And that's okay. This has got to be fixed, and it needs to be done. A lot of us on this side are getting tired of hearing you guys squawk every time you don't get what you want. And even when you don't get what you want, it's not anything that majorly affects you people. But anyway, that's where it's at right now. Feel free to leave questions and comments there. Filtering's on. I will be watching comments. If you guys do anything threatening or menacing, it's going to get reported to local law enforcement if applicable, and FBI, if applicable there. So watch for those things. I won't even bother reporting you to TikTok. I'll let you know that now. But I will get you to the FBI. Don't worry.